Have you ever wondered who the Eraserhead baby would be as an adult? Well, I have. And the answer is right in front of us. It's so obvious. Think about this for a minute. John McCain. I mean, some of these are so obvious. Like, most of you have seen, what's the name of the TV show on Comedy Central where the woman gets out of jail and goes back to high school? Yeah, Strangers with Candy, Jerry Blank, Nancy Pelosi. I mean, think about that one. You'll never be able to look at one without thinking of the other ever again.
Our main purpose is to get the troops out of Iraq, but we have to vote more money because that supports the troops.
No, it doesn't. It supports Halliburton, and they all know that. And Pelosi was well aware of waterboarding for years in intelligence briefings and did nothing about it. The Eraserhead baby, the elderly Eraserhead baby, among other things, he wants to kick Russia out of the G8, legalize hate crimes and possession of a machine gun, and voted for the Military Commissions Act, the one that legalizes torture, waterboarding, rendition, where you kidnap somebody from one country and torture them to another, and legalize military tribunals where the defendant isn't allowed to see the evidence and no appeal, they just kill you. In other words, all the things we entered World War II to stop the Nazis from doing to us. I mean, anybody who supported the Military Commissions Act ain't no better than a fucking Nazi as far as I'm concerned. And there's some Democrats on that list, too. McCain also says that Christians are more fit. God, I got to get my imitation of these guys down. I need chewing tobacco in my jaw for him, but are more fit to be president of the United States. Since this nation was founded primarily on Christian principles, I prefer someone who has a solid grounding in my faith. So, does that mean we're all going to vote for Ron Paul, right? Well, okay, I don't understand the gaga thing about Ron Paul. He's good on the war and he's good on drugs, but check out his views on abortion. Check out his views on immigrants. Check out the attacks he made in the 90s on gays, Jews, and especially African Americans, claiming the Rodney King riots ended only because it, quote, it came time for the blacks to pick up their welfare checks. Yeah, he told Tim Russert last December, you know, the talking onion on Meet the Press, who died recently, that the '64 Civil Rights Act was a violation of property rights, and that Lincoln started the Civil War to get rid of the original intent of the Republic. Although he may be right on that one, it was white slave owners who wrote the Constitution and said that only white male landowners could vote way back when. We've had a breather during the dark days of Bush, because so many other things are going so bad, from the so-called culture wars, where every year or two you'd have things like Tipper Gore blaming Judas Priest and Ozzy for teen suicide and juvenile delinquency, then realizing black faces scare parents even more and going after Public Enemy, then Joseph Lieberman, your friend and mine, holding hearings in the Senate on why Marilyn Manson caused the Columbine shootings and all. Well, you know, attacks on our freedom to read, listen, and think. And no matter which one of these clowns becomes president, that is coming back. Obama has said about games and the content, as far as taking away the edgier content that he doesn't happen to like, if the industry fails to act, then my administration would. While McCain has been a co-sponsor over the years of the Media Marketing and Accountability Act, co-sponsor Joseph Lieberman, you know, Al Gore's vice president, who's now a little parrot wherever McCain goes. You always see him in the picture and stuff. The Media Marketing and Accountability Act was a one-size-fits-all rating system for movies, DVDs, music, and games, much nastier and more explicit and strict than the Tipper sticker, the explicit lyric parental advisory. And it said that anybody who doesn't use the rating system, their products automatically become illegal. And if you try to, you know, in other words, everything I've ever done. And